Men aren't good friends to
Oh.
each other because they mostly talk and comment, but they don't prod and poke. And
My husband will be like, oh, they're moving to New Mexico. I'm like, why are they moving? I don't know. I'm like,
I didn't
a huge life change. Like, did you ask any follow-up?
Pisses me off. Like, literally, I was talking to somebody who was talking about like his friend's marriage just fell apart, and I was like, oh man, why was it like was it another woman? Was it? He was like, oh, I didn't ask all that. Right. But he's like, he was really sad. And I'm like, what the? You didn't ask anything. His marriage fell apart and you didn't ask any questions. That's crazy.
Imagine getting mad at somebody for minding their own business. I mean, men, it's crazy because it shows that modern women don't have any boundaries. Not at all. They don't have any boundaries. And when a man should say, well, I mean, the dude didn't offer any information. Well, you didn't poke and you didn't prod and you didn't pry. No, because he didn't seem like he wanted to tell me. And as a man, if he wanted to tell me, he would have let me know. I mean, I can ask certain questions or hint at certain things, but if he doesn't take the bait, then I'm not going to sit up here and push on him and prod and poke and try to get him to tell me anything. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because that's his business. Imagine that. A man seeing something and leaving it alone. Now you wonder why. Well, why isn't he pursuing? Why isn't he approaching? Why isn't he coming after me? Why don't men court anymore? Why don't they court anymore? Because you've said things or hinted at certain things. Oh, but let me back up. A man has said certain things, thrown certain things out there, hinted at certain things, and hadn't gotten a response back. So he leaves it alone. Why are you not poking? Why are you not prodding? Why are you not obsessed? Why are you not chasing? Why are you not fighting for us? Because I've threw hints out there. I've thrown a hint. You didn't take it. I've put out little feelers. You didn't take it. So that lets me know I should step on back out of this situation and mind my own business. And this is what modern women do. They get mad at a man for minding his own business. Imagine that. Modern women logic.
Ladies, whether you want to believe it or not, men are the prize. Now, there's thousands of reasons why men are the prize, and there's a lot of supporting facts as to why men are truly the prize. But I'm going to give you guys just a few just so you can understand where I'm coming from. One of the reasons that we can start off with is just the simple one, supply and demand. There are groups of women out here that fight over and also share men. You show me a group of men that have to fight over women and also share their women. There's also thousands of videos of 80% of women wanting to be with 10% of men. So look at it as this. Even if those 10% of men was to marry all the women, there'll still be millions of women by themselves lonely. As I've said before, men hold the key to relationships and marriages. Us as women only give access to. With men holding the key to relationships, it also comes with a few things. It comes with masculinity, it comes with resources, and it also comes with the ability to provide, which is some of the few things that women look for from a man. That's my opinion. I believe men are the prize. So stop asking these men what can they bring to the table. If anything, bring a resume with you and tell him why he should pick you over thousands of women.
And it's funny because most men have to give their pitch to a woman. Hey, this is what I do. This is where I work. This is my career path, my life goals. This is what I want to do, so on and so forth. But somewhere along the line, I don't know where these modern women learned it from. They don't have to say anything. They don't have to prove anything. It's the man that should be so happy to take them out on a date. It's the man that should be so obsessed, so enamored with them that they would pay for all of their stuff gladly. And I could see $50, a $50 dinner. Okay, fine. You spent $50 on me, maybe even $75. But they're saying you should want to pay for my nails. Okay, $50. It's kind of cramping the budget, but all right. You know, I've got to take care of myself and make sure my house is stocked, my pantry's full, gas in my tank, car is fixed and all that stuff. But, you know, I said that I wanted a woman. So here's $50. Do something nice for yourself. Well, the nails aren't $50. They're actually $300 for the ones that I do. $300. And that's just for my hands. My feet are another $500 to $700. What? What? And then you hear modern women proudly proclaiming how much they pay for the stuff that they get. My makeup alone costs $2,000 a month. So you're just out here. No, I'm not going to pay for that. Let me tell you why. Because the way you modern women move, y'all are a dime a dozen. Like, y'all all dress the same. Y'all all talk the same. Y'all all look the same, wear the same type of makeup, run in the same circles, be at the same locations looking for the same men. So I already know that I can put you down and get another one. If I keep on messing up and fumbling, I can say, whoops, didn't work on that woman. I'm going to revise it and refine it a little bit and try it on you, because all of y'all are essentially the same person, if that's what I'm looking for. Right. So with that being said, there's no reason with that perspective for a man to go above and beyond, for a man to be obsessed, because it's more than one of you. You're not rare at all. So you need to be at that point in time when he argues to you, when he says to you, hey, this is what I bring to the table. You at that point in time need to say, oh, great. I love that. So here's what I like to do. Yada, yada, yada. And y'all have a conversation back and forth, but no more of this. Well, you got to prove to me that you're a good person, and then I'll sit up on my high horse and decide if I like you or not. But you can pay this $500 tab while I'm considering it. And you can send me a box of chocolates, a thank you note, and some flowers in the meantime, while it takes me another month to decide, after I've been and went around and dated 4 or 5 other dudes within the past 2 months. I got you sitting waiting on my decision. And then I got a dude on the side that's knocking me down, about 2 or 3 on the side that's knocking me down, right? As they say, I've got what they call those, an eater is what they call them, I think. A man that comes over and gives me a certain thing, and then I got another man for this, but pay $500 for my food. Pay $500 for my presents and my gifts, and then show me why I should be with you, while this other dude got me in the back seat. I think I am good.
So I don't know if you guys have heard or not, but women can be literally anything they want. And feminists are so proud online saying that feminism is about the right to choose and female empowerment and this and that, right? Okay, so all that fighting for equal rights, all of that, and you guys still choose modern day. It's so crazy to me, because if you went to on the corner and you asked her if she wanted to be in that life, she would tell you she does not want to be in that life. She would do anything to get out of that life. But you guys are sitting here and you're choosing to be, and don't come at me with the whole, oh, you don't know, we need the money, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. No, you're making less than $200 a month on OF. Could easily make more money at McDonald's, but you find that degrading. Most of you wouldn't work at McDonald's because you find that degrading. You're doing it for the attention, not for the money. Let's be real. And I don't support the men that subscribe to you guys, but what's funny is that if those men told you guys, hey, like, instead of in videos, why don't you cook? Why don't you clean? These women would be like, oh my God, that's so degrading. I would actually find it so funny if those men told those women to cook and clean for them rather than content, because those women would be like, no, absolutely not. That's degrading. But selling your body isn't degrading. Interesting. Those same women wouldn't be maids because they find that beneath them. They don't want to cook for their boyfriends because they find that degrading. They find that beneath them. But being a modern day online to random men is not beneath you. I don't understand.
No, I think most of us understand. I think that we just don't want to understand or accept, I should say. We don't want to accept that modern women are choosing to be this foolish. They're choosing to be this dumb because people are promising them money, lights, glitz, and glamour. Really, honestly, and truly the oldest trick in the book, to be honest, and they're falling for it, is like you can see what's coming next. It's like over and over again, like a carousel or like a merry-go-round over and over again. I can see you coming around. I see you when you went. I see you coming around. Merry-go-round all the way. I already know what's coming. but they act like they don't know. Most of the time they do know, but they act like they don't care is what it is. So they remain in that continuous cycle, getting treated like trash. And they say that all men are trash because they're making poor decisions.
I need you to tell me if you think I should be lying to men on dating apps, okay? Hear me out before you vote and then drop it in the comments. Okay, so yesterday, a girlfriend of mine called me up and she was like, Becca, you need to be lying to these men on the dating apps. Why are you telling them the truth? I'm like, what are you talking about? She is just similar to me, successful. She's a business owner, an entrepreneur, all the things, very educated. And we both have a really difficult time for whatever reason. Whenever we tell a man that we are successful, we talk about what we do. It's almost like it's intimidating to them and they just don't either they A, don't like it, or B, they want to take advantage of it and want us to like pay their bills. They want to move in. They want to do like, they want us to pay for everything, whatever. She said she did an experiment where she told every man that she met that she worked at like Walmart and she made like minimum wage. And she said she has had the best experiences with these men who think that they're taking care of her and think that they're taking her and experiences and things that she can't take herself. I was like, girl, what is going to happen when these men find out that like you are lying to them? And she's like, I don't think it'll matter because I'm still who I am. My thing is, I don't lie. I don't like to lie. It's not who I am. It's just not like integrity is important to me. But then I'm sitting here thinking, well, this isn't working. So maybe men need to think that I don't have any money. But I also don't like it when men play games like this too. So it's like, please tell me, drop your thoughts in the comments. What would this be like? Is this terrible? I can see some value in it, but at the same time, I just feel like honesty is always the best policy. Tell me your thoughts.
Really, honestly, and truly, I don't need to hear you out. When you start from that perspective, I know you're going to be a liar. I just wonder how your clients feel with you saying this on, oh, I never lie to my clients. Whew, how can I tell? Lying behind, saying stupid stuff on the internet and then don't want to be judged. Effective communication. Communication is trash. I can see some value in it. We have a difficult time with men because of the money that we have. They're intimidated by us. Modern women. So, I can see, I can see why you probably think that this is a valuable idea. Like this is a good idea, something to test out. It's because you're sitting up here lying to yourself right now, sitting in your car, thinking that you're out here. Thinking that you're out here intimidating men. That's your first lie right there. Thinking that you're just so far above these men. Oh man, they think that they giving me experiences. They think that they really taking care of me and I just don't really say anything. Are you ever going to tell them that you're lying? No, I'm not. And even if I do, I don't think it's going to matter because they're going to be so in love with me. That's what you're thinking. They're going to be so in love with me at that point that I'm just going to keep on doing what I was doing in the first place. And they wonder why men don't want to, they don't want to be in this. They don't want to approach. Then you wonder why you're having trouble with these guys. Can you ask your friend if she's married? Can you ask your friend what these type of men are like? I'm trying to see if she's been in a long-term relationship and she's still in that relationship, if there's any consistency or continuity, or are you guys just out there dating? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if you're just out there dating, then you really honestly and truly have your answer. And even if you're dating somebody and you guys are like this, what kind of relationship is this going to be? Y'all probably stepping out on each other because it's built on lies. It's built on, you would be shocked, or maybe you wouldn't be. You'd be shocked and surprised by how people who try to conceal things still find each other. They still find out, man, I'm really toxic inside and this man is toxic. How do I keep on finding the toxic men? Is there something inside of you that is drawing toxic men to you? And everybody has somebody that you're like, oh, get away from me. But not only are you drawing these men, you're seeing them as viable candidates. You're going out and you're dating these guys. You're accepting these guys. I can see if somebody that's unattractive comes up to you and shoots their shot. Okay, fine, whatever. I get all people, cold calls, warm introductions. I get them all. But it's my job to filter out who is actually perfect for me in my situation. And y'all don't be doing that. Y'all just see a man that may or may not have money or may not have what you're looking for. But he's got to be close. He's got to be close. And y'all say that's the one. Y'all don't bother asking about what is his character or his behavior is like or how he acts. Y'all don't mind worrying about the things that actually matter. And y'all get yourselves in predicaments like this. Let me tell you something. Y'all gonna do this little playboy, playgirl, or whatever you want to call it thing for as long as y'all can. I'm gonna put my makeup on. I might, because I have a lot of money, go get some stuff done to my face to keep me looking and feeling young and stuff like that. And I'm going to go jump around on the trampoline here and there to make it seem like just because my heart rate is up, I'm still young and I can still do it. More power to you. But the fact of the matter is, this going to get old. Your body's going to wear out and you're going to be sitting at the house, you and her, drinking wine, lonely, wishing y'all had stopped playing games long, long ago. Be blessed.
3 months ago today, my husband, daughter, and I were on our way home from the zoo, and I don't really remember what was said, but I think I said something along the lines of like, what, you want to break up or something, like as a joke? And my husband said yes and told me the custody plan that he had thought of, and this is 2 days after our wedding anniversary. And I thought I was going to die. Oof. My friends had to peel me off the floor and force feed me for weeks. Months, I would argue. Even though it hurts and it like stings that he found someone new before he was even gone, my life's a lot better. And I should have left a long time ago. But in my house is really happy. And nobody yells. And there's no fighting. And I haven't been happy this truly since before my relationship. If you're there, if it's too late, it gets better. I know I'm crying, so it doesn't seem like it's better. It still hurts. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, but like, I'm very much in a place where grief and joy coexist, and I'm a lot happier. Like, I have not felt this good since I was a teenager.
She said her life got a little bit better, or a lot better, and she has a happy house. It doesn't really look like it. And then she said, she said, I have not felt this good since I was a teenager. Well, teenagers create a lot of problems. Teenagers create a lot of problems for their parents until they get grown and they're like, man, I did a lot of dumb stuff. I should go apologize to my parents, at least the ones who stopped being a knucklehead after all. But, this feel like when I was a teenager, it's just something about that to me just makes me feel like the responsibility in the relationship is something that she was avoiding. Because as a teenager, you don't really have any, you have a little responsibility, but not a lot. I'd love to know where she's staying, to be honest with you. I'd love to know what she's up to now. I'd love to know why you thought. Who thinks about saying something like this and then gets mad or shocked when somebody says, yeah, let's do it? I mean, modern women, I don't think they understand. They sit up here and talk about effective communication. God, I would hate to be in a relationship with one of these modern women. They sit up here and talk about, I want a man that's effective in his communication, and he better be. And if he's not, then whatever you gonna do and whatever ultimatum you gonna give him, yada, yada, yada. Men didn't heard it all before. I'd hate to be in that position of you giving orders and demands and ultimatums. And if you do this, then I'm gonna do this and you better. And after a while, the man's just like, okay, I feel like I've told this story before where I've seen people in that position to where the woman thought she was just going to make that ultimatum. And finally, one day that man made that ultimatum come true. And she was shocked and she was stunned And she tried to call the cops. And she's like, oh man, I'm calling the cops on you. And you're not going to put me out like this. Sheriff came by and said, huh, yeah, he actually can. And now you want to be mad and upset and, oh man, this is not right. How could God? Oh man, no, God ain't had nothing to do with this. This is foolishness that you was carrying on. And now look what you got. You got what you, people want to blame, modern women want to blame everybody else for their stupidity. They go out there full chest, full throated, acting stupid. And then when the consequences come, oh my God, how could that happen to somebody like me? Someone as nice as me. Dry it up. Dry it up. I don't want to hear that. I'm not looking to see that either. Dry those tears up. Right now. You was out here and you got the consequences that came and tapped you on your behind. You need a tax right now. Tax. I'm acting stupid. Tax. I'm out here performing like an idiot. Nagging and creating problems for my husband that wasn't even there. Tax. You need a tax. I got to take stupidity about you. Hopefully, this new journey will create for you some sort of mechanism that will pull all of that nonsense out of you. And maybe the next relationship or any relationship, not even romantic, that you go into, you'll stop this stupidity.